Go ahead.
For anyone who's not putting Carolina as a potential Final Four type of team, I think they're really good. I said it in the ACC media day. There's two teams I didn't think people were talking enough about, was North Carolina and Notre Dame. I was saying that all along in the ACC media day. I think North Carolina is really good. I think they're good enough to go to the Final Four. They're a top 10 team. I don't know why they're not ranked. I don't get it. Or they should. Maybe they will this week, but they should be in the top 10 or in the country. They're just really talented. Got great guards, great bigs. You can see I got my third eye. I got two eyes in this eye right here, popping out this huge pimple because of when you play Carolina. That's the stress that does that to you. It just forms another eye on your forehead. And I just think they're really good. So anyone not having them in the top 10 in the country, I think you're missing something there. They can go to the Final Four. Like I said, Duke's good enough to win the national championship. People want to talk about the ACC being down or something. I think that's crazy. ACC is really good. It's just there's so many good teams from top to bottom. So many good. I mean, the amount of great coaches in this league and great players. It's just the league, for some reason, people just are attacking it this year, and it's ridiculous. I mean, Duke and North Carolina can win the national championship. They're good enough to win the whole entire thing. They both might be in the Final Four. And then you have multiple other teams that can make runs. I mean, heck, Miami. I mean, they're top of the league. I think Notre Dame is really, really good. I mean, look how good Wake Forest has been. I mean, Florida State. I mean, the league is really, really good. And so anyone not given the respect for the league nationally, I think you're making a huge mistake. And it's just a great basketball league. Multiple teams can win the national championship from the ACC.
Your first question will come from Mike Barber. Go ahead, Mike.
Morning, Coach. I wanted to ask you a little bit here about Wake Forest, and we just saw them against Virginia. They've transformed that roster with a lot of new faces. What is it that's making the biggest difference for them?
Well, first off, you got to give Coach Forbes tons of credit. He and his staff. Coach Forbes is a great coach, has done a great job. They are a very good basketball team, both offensively and defensively. And because, just the game has changed in this day and age based on the portal, you can quickly, have a quick turnaround in a hurry based on the portal. And now he's also had some good guys returning. But you sprinkle that in with some good portal guys, you can quickly turn around. But then you got to coach them and really be at a high level, coaching them and getting them to play hard. And that's what Coach Forbes has done. He does a great job. Terrific coach. I don't know the kid. I don't want to botch his name. The transfer from Indiana State and obviously the Alondas kid, and I apologize if I mispronounced the name. I mean, but I don't know if Coach Forbes and them thought they were going to be as good as they initially been. I don't know, but they're really good. Probably if everyone thought they were going to be as good as they would, everyone in the country would have recruited them. But probably they did you got to give Wake Forest a lot of credit in two areas: evaluation and player development. And they're really good. And if you're asking me today, they're in the NCAA tournament and probably can make a Sweet 16 to Elite 8 run, which would put another team in the ACC, knocking on the doorsteps of a Final Four. And that's just how good this league is. It's just people are not giving it credit, which I just think is ridiculous. And it's not right, because the league will have, I'm telling you, when it's all said and done, we'll have multiple teams competing for Elite Eights, Final Fours, and possibly a national championship. Would not surprise me one bit.
So since you mentioned that, did you guys look at Williams or LaRavia, and how often does it happen? I'm sure it happens for everybody, where you play somebody from the portal and you're like, man, why didn't we go for that guy?
Yeah, we tried on a lot of guys. We tried on a lot, Mike, a lot. We got hurt a little bit on timing because Alvarado and Moses Wright did not make their decision until June. And that was a big, we went after a lot of guys. But, unfortunately when but we wanted, we didn't know if Jose was leaving us. I thought Moses might, but I thought Alvarado was coming back. All along, I thought he was coming back. But, and it's worked out for him. He's playing in the NBA. So both guys are. So, we just didn't know. And so when you're recruiting guys, that's the first question they're asking. Well, coach, what about Alvarado and Wright? Because they're coming back. And I agree with them. They weren't going to play. No one was going to play over those two guys at those positions, but they didn't make their decisions till later. And a lot of the really good players had already moved on at that point. So that's just the way it goes. Next year, though, things will be back to normal. When I say back to normal, you'll have a little bit of a, because of the COVID year and everything else will be different. Last year, because of the COVID year, guys had to choose between coming back or not. It'll be a little bit more of a normal time frame going to next season.
Thank you.
Got to give Wake Forest tons of credit.
We'll go to Greg Madia. Go ahead, Greg.
Yeah. Hi, Josh. You touched on the upper echelon of the league. Just in terms of kind of that next group of teams, how close is the talent level? And you guys have played a lot of close games. How close is it? Yeah,
Greg, I think from top to bottom, the league is dynamite. It's fantastic. I mean, how many good coaches are in this league and players? I think the top, you look at Carolina, Duke can win the national championship. You're talking like Wake Forest can go to Sweet 16, Elite 8. You have, Virginia Tech, who I think is really, really good. Miami, heck, they can go. How about when they're in the tournament, how hard of an out they'll be? They're just, Florida State's really good. I just think from top to bottom, everyone's really good. I think Notre Dame could be another Sweet 16 type of team. You're just looking at, there's so much talent and parity. It's just people nationally aren't recognizing it. If you're in this league, you say, man, this is one incredible league. NC State I could just go down the line of every team. And look, we got very fortunate to beat Boston College. We were very fortunate. Boston College is good. I think Clemson is great. I think Brad Burnell is one of the best coaches in America. They're a great team. And, and Boston College had a great win. It's just hard to win in this league. In the end, you'll see multiple teams competing for Sweet 16, Elite 8s, Final Fours. And I think we have a good chance to have someone coming out of here as a national title from the ACC.
We'll go to CL Brown. Go ahead, CL.
Hey, Josh, I didn't get to speak with you after the game on Saturday, but I wanted to get your take on the defensive job that Leaky Black has done in the two games you guys played against them.
Leaky Black is really good defensively. He's not shooting threes and really a scoring threat for him, but he does a great job defensively. And he did a great job on Michael DeVoe both games. He's tall, he's long, he guards. And when you have the scoring power that North Carolina has, which is good enough to go to the Final Four, and you have that defender, you're really good. You're really good. And they're very well coached. Coach Davis and his staff do a great job. Got to give Leaky Black a lot of credit. He's a very good player. Very good player.
Appreciate it. You campaigning to be the next ACC commissioner?
No desire. Commissioner Phillips is the best. He's the man. I just the league deserves more credit than what it's getting. It's just people aren't giving enough credit to the league. But I give a big bear hug to Commissioner Phillips.
Appreciate it, Josh.
Yep.
Next question will come from Ken Segura. Go ahead, Ken.
Ken, you're on mute.
Oh, my bad. Do you know any more about Rodney's status today?
Rodney Howard is still, to be determined. I think we're getting closer. I don't know if he'll play this week just yet. We'll have a better gauge this week on Rodney Howard. Regarding Bubba Parham, we're still in the same boat with doubtful to not playing at all, which obviously has really hurt us. Part of being good in this league, you got to also stay healthy. And we've been, unfortunately, got hit with the injury bug a little bit. And that's just has caused us to play a lot of young guys, a lot of minutes and really depending on them. So I don't know yet on Rodney Howard. That will be to be determined. I'll have a better feel on that tomorrow, Ken. After we practice today, you can listen to my radio show tonight at 7:00 and probably get a better knowledge on that. Because after the practice, I'll do my radio show live at 7:00, so you can hear that if you want to tune in. Give us another extra, eyeballs on the ratings or ears on the ratings.
That's what we call a tease there. Josh, I think that's all the questions that we have for you today. Thank you. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, Andy. Thank you.